You are now listening to KMRO FM Kamurocho Radio. It's a Yakuza podcast hosted by myself, Argyle, and with me as always is Jordan.
Hey.
Hey.
We're back.
It's Jordan. We are back.
It's,
Did we take... No, we didn't take a week off this time.
No.
It's fine.
No, we're good.
It's hard to remember. We end up taking a lot of weeks off, just for various reasons.
Yeah, that's okay. We're all just people. We have schedules. But no, we've recorded last week. We did our episode on the chapter.
The foreign threat.
Yeah, that one. Kiryu beat up a bunch of small business owners, as is his right as a citizen of Japan. Mm-hmm. And this week, emergency meeting.
Yes.
Among Us humor. Watch out.
Whoa.
He's suspect is the chapter. Date is sus.
The police chief of Kamurocho Division 1. He hit the big red button and he's called the meeting.
Did somebody see? I don't know. We got to check the Florist tapes. I think I saw Date vent.
Whoa.
Watch out. Oh, where was he? He was in Reactor. Whoa, waka
he was
waka.
Doing the floss dance next to Kazuki in the Reactor. Oh my god.
Seeing that dead body. Body was discovered, but was it Date who reported it? Who could possibly say what this means? This is chapter 8, Suspect of Yakuza 2.
Yes.
Kind of a big one this week. I didn't remember this happening here, but it was mostly combat, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of combat in this one.
A lot of very long combat.
There's a lot of long battles in this game, I gotta say.
Yeah. I'm not complaining though.
No, I'm not
honestly.
opposed to it. I like fighting a lot of goons.
There was very few of them in Yakuza 1.
Yeah, and 0. Like there's not that many
0.
overall.
No, not really. But
it feels like we have one like every other chapter at this point, though.
Yeah, there were 2. Well, no, there was one this chapter. One last. No, yeah, there was one 2 chapters ago, and then there's one this chapter, plus a boss fight this chapter. Not bad.
Yeah, and there was one in the Omi Alliance HQ, so we've done 3 already.
Pretty good so far.
Not bad. So, yeah, this is chapter 8, Suspect. We want to just drop right in.
Yeah, Date is wanted for murder because he killed Kazuki, but not really.
Yeah, we drop right into Kamuro PD, and they're reviewing the footage, and we see it, and it is from... It's like a Resident Evil 4 shot. It's over Date's shoulder.
It doesn't make any sense what... I mean, I guess the Florist just had a cameraman on the scene.
He's got cameras everywhere.
He's got cameras everywhere, including, like, one tracking Date like he's a FPS hero. And also, boy, does it not... It really does make it look like Date did the murder, though, is the thing.
Yeah, it's from the exact angle to where it's like it has Date at such an angle where it's like you can see the barrel of his gun pointing at Kazuki's chest right as the bullet hits him. It's like okay,
that sure does seem like you killed him. And then also there, unfortunately, another nail in the coffin is he goes, "Oh no, I killed Kazuki!
Oh no, I murdered him with my own gun and bullets that I'm not even supposed to have because I'm a civilian.
I did it again." So we have we're meeting with we got Pseudo Wudo. Is he Division 4 in this game, or is he still Homicide? He's Homicide. And then there's
Pseudo is Division 4 and Kurahashi is Foreign Affairs.
He's Division 1, yeah. And then Division 2. And then there's Kurahashi.
Oh, that's who I was saying was Division 2 was Kurahashi.
No, you're Kurahashi's the old middle-aged guy.
Yeah.
He's here also, and he's Division 2. And then there's the police chief, the police commissioner?
I guess. I don't know.
I guess so. He's like the guy in
boss.
charge, and they're all
he's the boss.
They're all reviewing Patriarch of the Cop Alliance.
Yes.
And he's
because
they're all
if you
reviewing.
Think about it, the cops are also kind of like criminals.
Yeah, they are kind of the Yakuza if you think about it.
Yeah.
And they're all just like tugging at their collars and going,
like, it sure does look like Date did this, huh? It's kind of our fault we pulled him into this investigation.
Yeah, but they also aren't really... I do think it's funny that, let's just say this is the chief of the police, just for our sake. I don't know if that's really what his title is. he's like, we need to arrest Date, because imagine if this goes public. Like, imagine if they find out that we were like having this freelance guy on a case, and he killed a person. And to that I say, all right, police chief, but I don't understand why that's any less of a scandal than you payrolling a guy who just constantly kills immigrants for no reason all the time. So much so that it's
civilian. He has a gun. Even if he didn't murder Kazuki.
Oh, he had a gun.
He's a civilian and should not have a. Yeah, he doesn't have any business having a firearm.
No. Pseudo. Kurahashi's like, this is our fault. God damn it. Shit. Fuck. And that I just say, it's only Date. Like, it's okay.
Well, I mean, they did choose to bring Date in on this, even though he probably would have done it anyways.
If Date goes to jail for 10 years for a murder he didn't commit, it would only build significant character, and he'd come out better than ever.
Yeah, maybe he would hate the cops when he came out.
That would be pretty cool. And he'll come out, and his daughter will be like evil, and she'll be the head of a Yakuza family.
Be twisted, and she'll be the head of a Yakuza family. And they'll call her
stole
Cop
10 billion
Killer
yen.
Saya. And
this is what's going to end up happening, Argyle. Is that oh boy,
Yakuza 8 is going to be
Yakuza 8
daughter.
is going to be a Date centric. Fucking Sega's going to be like, this is the game we've all been waiting for. It's
this is
Yakuza
the first
8.
Female patriarch of chief of the Tojo clan, and
she plays Date,
waged a war against the cops.
And he plays Date as he tries to unravel this mystery with the help of your favorite spin-off character, Takayuki Yagami. And then I would probably not buy that one, but I don't think that it'll happen. After that,
they just call it Cop, because you're not a Yakuza anymore.
You're not a.
Yeah,
it would just be called like a pig.
Got him like a hog.
Like a hog.
Yeah, so Kurahashi and Pseudo are like, they're pulling their collars. They're like, oh, sorry about this, Chief. This is kind of a stinker we got ourselves in. And the Chief's like, okay, the two of you, like Division 4 and Foreign Affairs, they're both off the case on this murder and on the Jingwan Mafia thing. Division 1 is taking over on both.
I mean, kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, he just shuts them down and walks out. And then Sudowoodo and Kurahashi are talking, and they don't really reveal much, but Kurahashi says that he will deal with it. He's got a plan.
Back at Serena, we're having a meeting. Sayama, Kawara, Kiryu, and Date are all there. Date isn't really talking that much, probably because he's wanted for murder, and he's not particularly happy about that. But they all agree that the video, which I guess they have access to, really makes it seem like Date did the murder, but it doesn't tell the full story. Kawara explains that, like, the at this point, because they are, well, let's just say working with a person who has a lot of video, that they kind of use video footage for everything. Yeah. Spoiler alert, it's the Florist.
Well, the guy who, we've already found out he's working for the cops in a previous chapter.
Right,
To say it. Yeah, so the police department in Kamurocho, they have been working with the Florist, and they use his videos as evidence in a lot of cases now.
So like, whatever video they have, they
no
basically
exception,
just trust
so
as
Kiryu
fact,
is going to pay a visit to the Florist.
Even if the video is filmed at like a bad angle, like it's an Austin Powers bit, and it's like, oh my god, angle of that video makes it look like Kiryu is giving birth to Mini-Me.
Yeah, wow, the shadows. It
looks like he's pissing.
Oh wow, right into Date's mouth. Holy smokes!
Oh, gross.
Oh
Kiryu,
no,
you're
Date,
under arrest
I didn't know you were into
You're
that.
under arrest for nasty crimes, Kiryu.
And not only is Date a pig, he's a piss pig.
So Kiryu says, okay, we got to go talk to the Florist because, like, we're tight with the Florist, and he'll probably help us clear this up because surely there was another angle somewhere that we could get videos from. Also, there's a moment where Sayama says, well, I'm the one who killed him, so maybe I should just, tell
turn
the
myself
police.
in.
Yeah, turn myself in. And Kawara says, don't bother. They just bury your smoking gun because they've been wanting to put Date away for years because he sucks and everyone at the
everybody hates him.
kind of hates him. That's really what happened. They're like, finally. We finally have an excuse to get rid of this guy.
Finally, we have an excuse to put someone away for murdering an immigrant. We couldn't do it with Kawara.
Exactly. Kawara we couldn't do it with, but thank God we could finally arrest Date and get him out of our hair.
Yeah, they would hate to sweep another case like that under the rug.
It'd be really sad.
Yeah, it's like they've done that dozens of times before with one particular person who's in the room right now.
One particular person whose salary is being paid by Kamaro PD. So Kiryu says he's gonna go find Daigo through the Florist, track down the Jingwon Mafia, clear Date's name, stop Chairman Goda, find Chairman Goda, stop Ryuji, save the whole world while he's at it. He's got a big to-do list.
That's what we're gonna do in that order.
Then he's gonna go get a smile burger at the end.
Hell yeah, with Haruka.
Oh yeah, let's go.
She'll get a Happy Meal.
So you go see the Florist.
What kind of toys
but he's
do you
not
think
where
they
he
have
used to be.
at Smile Burger?
What kind of toys?
I think we've made this joke before. Maybe we should avoid this. Well, yeah, what kind of toys?
I'm thinking Sega stuff, you know.
Sega? Yeah,
little
it's
monkey
Sega
balls,
game, so.
Little monkey ball characters, little, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog, or maybe Tails.
You know, they're not going to have any
Dr.
Nintendo
Robotnik. I wanted Knuckles.
I just got to get. I think that Kiryu should be able to get because I always like.
I think a monkey ball one. Yeah, monkey ball would be really good. Just like a rubber ball with the monkey encased inside. I bounce it around.
Genuinely want something like that. They have the monkeys out of the balls in the claw machines, right?
Yeah,
but not in the balls. Which if they're not in the balls, then how am I supposed to know what kind of fucking game they're from?
Yeah,
Sega. Who's your favorite monkey ball, Monkey Argyle?
I always played as Gon Gon when I played Monkey Ball as a kid.
I also enjoy Gon Gon.
Yes.
So we go to see the Florist. He is now in a. I always enjoy. This is one of several times in the Yakuza series where we get to see yet another mass surveillance station.
Yeah, great.
And I love how impractical they are.
We put screens in the floor, dog. We
put screens in the floor. Like, did they have? Is it like that one beautiful, perfect LAN party image where they taped a guy to the ceiling?
Yeah, they have one guy just on the ceiling. He's got his own keyboard.
Who's on ceiling duty today? I mean,
guy in bandana. You're on ceiling duty.
You drew the short straw. You got to get taped to the ceiling today, and he's like. He's like, we got plenty of free wall space to Florist. Couldn't we have put and he's like, no.
Our duct tape budget alone is through the roof. We have to tape a new person to the ceiling every single day.
So yeah, there's monitors on the floor. I also noticed that the Florist just has he's at his giant desk, and he just has 3 identical off laptops, which I thought was very funny. And once again, I think these are all
it's a setup. He can
decorative.
play 3 matches of League at once.
Yeah, he's playing Rocket League on one, he's playing League on the middle, and then he's playing Valorant on the one on the right.
Holy shit.
This is truly the ultimate gamer cave. So he's there. He also Florist is he has foregone his nasty open kimono thing that he was wearing. Yeah, and now he's wearing a
cop uniform.
Blue suit. Yeah, he's wearing a cop uniform now. It's not great. I don't love it. And he's smoking a big cigar. So you know that he's
It's plain wearing the money in the background during the whole scene.
It is. I do love the fact that, the Florist is a cop, and that does suck. But he is true to his friends. So all the people who still work in his mass surveillance office are still just like the random homeless people from Purgatory.
Yeah.
And I just like that. I think that's good. Thank you, Florist.
I think that's good that he still employs them.
He trusts his
team. Are they still
team.
homeless?
That's a very good question.
I mean, they were homeless before, even though they worked for him.
I mean, it seemed to me that those guys. I mean, does he pay them?
Does he pay them? I don't know.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. So the florist is counting his giant stack of money.
He pays them, rock bottom
pays them
prices. They don't get benefits because they're contractors. So, like...
Oh, right. No, he pays them in like, Steam wallet money so they can buy their own video games, but he doesn't actually pay them in currency.
Yeah, you can get my leftover Steam coins. You could buy a nice background for your profile with that. Maybe some nice emojis to send to your friends.
I got these TF2 hats I don't want. You can take them. That'll be a bonus.
That's a strange right there. You ought to appreciate it.
So, I do appreciate the fact that now that they're tight with the florist, it isn't like... I was, when I played this the first time, I was worried that you were going to go see the florist and he's going to be like, look, Kiryu, I'd love to help you. But my son, you see, he's met another girl.
Okay, spoilers, there is a sub-story where you have to meet a son again in this one, but I couldn't remember if it was a sub-story or not in this, and I was so afraid he was going to be like, yeah, you have to go help my son again. He's fucked it up again.
He fucked it up again. No, he shows up and he's like, oh yeah, sorry, Kiryu, I was napping. I was napping. Literally, he says, like, I have to sleep sometimes, and then while I was asleep, somebody took the evidence where it looks like Date killed Kazuki and then said, oh, I did it again! And that just sucks. So we'll get the right footage and then we'll clear Date's name. I just need to take a big sip of my electricity juice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even the right footage. It's just that it didn't go through him.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't have submitted it, if he had seen it.
He is suspicious of a rat inside his organization because for the insignificant reason of the fact that the Millennium Tower keeps exploding.
Yeah. I wonder why. So yeah, they're like, okay, and while they're doing this, like he obviously also knows that Kiryu is here to look for Daigo. So he's like, I already pulled him up. I've had my boys looking for him, and hey, there he is now.
He literally knew he was. He saw Kiryu was coming, and he's like, all right, let me find Daigo for him. Let me just take a big sip of my Daigo finding juice, and then
he's got a lot of different kinds of juices in here, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a whole fridge full of them. He's got a sponsorship.
So, he's got a little mini fridge under his desk. He's got 5 of them actually. So the one guy that we see that works for him in here, like that we see his face, he's wearing a bandana. I like him. He's like, hey, boss, we got Daigo on the screen, and they put him up, and they're like, okay, yeah, locate that building. It's somewhere on Taihei Boulevard, but before they can find out the precise building, the power shuts off.
The power for the entire Millennium Tower goes out. Once again, worst building in the entire world to work in. Someone was like finishing up an important project somewhere in the middle of, one of the middle floors. Like, somebody
was on life support, like on
working all fucking
floors.
Day on this, and then the power went out and they lost everything.
Oh my god!
They pull up the emergency backup power and it's backup power because everything is red. And they pull up the cameras, which are functional somehow, and downstairs in the basement there are just Yakuza hitting the Transformers with a hammer.
They're just trashing the Transformer
I just feel
room.
like there's better ways to take the power out of a building than just hitting it with a hammer, but I really admire their...
I mean, we see earlier, all they have to do is flip a switch, so at this point they're just like... They're just having fun.
Yeah, I guess
we turned the big lever down, so now it's just time to let off some steam,
Yeah, I feel like what happened is the guy in charge of this was like, all right, I'll flip the switch, and then you boys just have fun.
Yeah, come on. We got all these baseball bats. We got to do something with them.
So there's 8 guys down there. Kiryu is going to head down there. Florist literally is like, are you going to go fuck shit up, Kiryu? And he's just like, you know it. Let's go. You go downstairs to the power room. You fight some guys with hammers. And that's not important. But what is important
you
is
fight
this
precisely
iconic...
7 guys. And
7 guys, yeah, exactly. And then Sayama says, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But wait, I thought there were 8 guys. And then one guy steps out from the back, and he's wearing a mask. I think they're all wearing masks, actually.
Yeah, they're all wearing masks.
They're all Antifa. And
they still have, like, name tags, like every other person you
No,
fight.
these are like this is like fake Antifa, like from the hit video game Watch Dogs Legion. So they're all dressed like Antifa, but then they have like name tags that say like I am not a cop or something like that.
Okay.
And they paint like in big block stencil letters like "Rise Up!" exclamation point on the walls. But now we need to meet the ringleader behind this operation. He walks out behind and he unmasks, and it's Hayashi. Do you remember Hayashi? Of course you don't. Nobody remembers Hayashi. And I know that nobody remembers Hayashi because they have to keep showing flashbacks of him.
Yeah, they're like, hey, in case you don't remember, Kiryu's like, hey, it's Hayashi of the Omi Alliance from the first game. From when we went up to the Millennium Tower with Haruka and to look at Ares, and then Hayashi of the Omi Alliance showed up, and he said, hey, I'm Hayashi of the Omi Alliance. I'm here for the girl.
And then Kiryu said, okay, Hayashi of the Omi Alliance, why are you here? And Hayashi of the Omi Alliance says, I work for Ryuji now because I lost my job after you beat me up.
Yeah. And Sayama says, oh, yeah, I remember this guy. He was on a list of Omi officers, but he dropped off last year.
Yeah. And then Hayashi says, oh, wow, it's the famous Yakuza huntress being friendly with the former 4th chairman of the Tojo clan. I'm gonna taunt you now. And Sayama is like, all right, first of all, fuck you. Here's all the things that I'm arresting you for, and you're in it deep. And then Hayashi's like, oh, you think I care if I go to prison? I'd love it, actually. I'd love it if Kiryu beat me up and sent me to jail.
I would die for Ryuji. I love him.
He's very big.
As long as he gets to take over the Omi Alliance, I don't care what happens to me.
Hayashi has 100 health bars. What the fuck is up with this guy?
He has, much like the amount of goons with him, he has precisely 7 health bars.
He has... I think he has about as many health bars as the final boss.
I think the final boss has probably like 12 or something. It's ridiculous, but like, yeah, Hayashi, we're getting into absurd territory here, whereas before I think the most was 3 probably, maybe more. I just don't understand. Been doing arena fights, but like, yeah, he has 7.
Specifically in Kiwami, the higher upper limit of health bars is just they're all white, so you don't know when it ends.
Yeah, this is something we've talked about before. Just Kiwami 2 and like 6, the health values are like way inflated. Bonkers. So instead of just maybe having fewer health bars and just having them take more hits, they have 7 health bars. So it's like you're chipping off you'll chip off like 4 white health bars, and then there will still be 4 more underneath, and you have no idea how long you have left to go.
Hayashi, disgraced former officer of the Omi Alliance Hiroshi Hayashi, has more health than Akira Nishikiyama. This is what I'm saying.
But to be fair, you can chip off a whole health bar with like 1 heat action, so like it's...
Yeah, that's true. He's got a lot of health bars, but they're very sad health bars.
Yeah. They're droopy mole man
Now, speaking of things that are sad... Yeah. Oh, no. Speaking of things that are very sad, about halfway through the fight, Hayashi triggers his inner cringe compilation, and he sees 2 lightsabers, and he starts wildly swinging them around. There's just a red pipe and a blue pipe, and he pulls them, and they're perfectly lightsaber length, and he starts doing tricks and stunts.
Yeah, he's using them like Kali sticks. It's pretty cool. It's like
they're longer. They're
something
longer
unique that he has that like you don't see a lot of. I don't think there's really a lot of bosses that use like Kali or anything.
No, I remember fucking Oda had Tonfa, but that's about as close as we got. But yeah, I do like Hayashi unleashing his inner, like, Star Wars kid or whatever to swing his sticks around with the best of them. But he does have 100 health bars, so it's really impossible to say whether or not Hayashi rules. Once you defeat Hayashi, you beat up Hayashi and he just goes...
There's a fucking quick time event where Kiryu punches him 1,000,000 times and then slams his head into the floor. It's like that's how you end the fight.
Hayashi fucking dies and he goes, damn, that was pretty epic, Kiryu.
Wow, you're still really strong. Who would have thought? And then he dies.
I thought if I bought all these extra health bars, I would stand a chance. I didn't.
I spent the last year just upgrading my health, and it didn't do me any good.
That's what he was investing in himself.
Yeah, but he didn't upgrade his defense.
He didn't upgrade his defense. He didn't unlock any of the other fighting styles. He played Yakuza 0, and all he did was put upgrades into health, and then he did the dragon restaurant thing, the dragon and the tiger or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So he could use the Kali sticks weapon set, and that's all he did, and that's why he lost.
He ate the bunny dongo, and he got the 50 extra health, and he's got the dual blades now.
Okay.
But he doesn't have like the armor drugs or anything, so he's just
no. He should have. He
hasn't spent anything on armor spheres.
He should have tried Dongo Weakener, and he should have also probably put on a Dongo Moxie, so he could have gotten back up from one lethal blow. Mm-hmm. Sayama then flips the switch and the power comes back on, which further confirms your suspicions of the fact that the hitting the
that's exactly what I was saying. Is like they already flipped the switch to do what they needed to do, and they were just having a bit of fun. Point. Yeah,
it's just one of those like go in and break shit rooms that.
Yeah, but they weren't having too much fun, obviously, because the power just comes back on without any problems, and it's fine for the rest of the chapter.
I don't know anything about electrical engineering, so I don't know what those things.
Even though they left and I guess all these 8 guys down here with nobody to guard them, which and I wanted to point out last chapter too. They just walked out of the clinic with those 2 Xingwan Mafia guys. They just left them there.
They just left them there with the doctor.
I guess the cops arrested them or something, but
they learned their lesson. That's the thing about Kiryu, is that when he beats you up, not only does he hurt you very bad, but he teaches you a lesson. So those guys will get up and they'll go, "What am I doing? Why am I a Yakuza? I'm gonna go to college and get a real career.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yakuza isn't a real job. I'm gonna pursue my dreams on the big, great, wide Broadway."
Oh boy, I can't wait. I'm going to New York tomorrow.
Not only does Kiryu not kill people, but he actually helps them by beating them up.
Yeah, it makes them realize
that is kind of true, though, is the thing. Like, he does usually beat people up in the sub-stories, and then they go, "Oh, what was I doing?
I'm completely reformed. I will never do it again.
I'm reformed. Thank you for punching the badness out of me."
Now.
That's literally the entirety of the fucking real estate Royale mini is like,
yeah,
I'm a sicko landowner, and I evict people for fun, and I like to kill people, and I like to kill homeless people for fun. And then Kiryu beats him up, and he's like, "I'll be an honest, good landlord now. Thank you, Mr. Kiryu-san. I'll work for your company." So we go back upstairs to the Florist, and our troubles are not over yet. Unfortunately,
yeah, they have the camera. Well, they don't have the cameras back on. The power's back on, but they can't do anything yet because somebody is hacking the system. Whoa! And he's really good too. The Florist one guy, the bandana man, he can't keep up because this guy's so fast.
If only there was an epic hacker who could do all of the code on the keyboard. And that's when Sayama sits down and she starts typing very, very fast, and Kiryu goes, "Wow!"
Whoa!
And
what a woman!
My read of this is not, "Wow, I didn't know Sayama knew how to hack." My reaction to this is Kiryu saying, "Wow, she can type really fast.
Wow,
I can't do that.
I learned how to do it on a typewriter, but I was never. I
type with my 2 fingers still. That's canon. Yeah. That's Yakuza canon. We'll get to it in a later game."
And the whole time it's cutting between Sayama and this other guy that's in the room, the guy in the camo jacket from the beginning of the game who was on the phone with Ryuji, who is obviously a hacker. What? What?
I didn't remember that, but thank you for pointing it out.
No, yeah, it's the same guy. Obviously,
yeah,
he was in the darkened gamer cave. If you were,
it's been a while. I forgot about that first cutscene.
Don't worry. I remembered.
That's fine. Maybe he needs to have ceiling. Maybe
the game's not being subtle in any case that this is the hacker.
Maybe the Florist. He's betraying the Florist because he's tired of ceiling duty.
Yeah, maybe he got it like 5 times in a row, but just
he got ceiling duty, and everybody went home without taking him down, and he was stuck up on the ceiling all night.
That's when he first called up Ryuji.
So this is when the florist explains to Kiryu that he looked at Sayama's file and like before she was a cop, she was a master programmer,
Yeah, she
engineer
mastered
extraordinaire.
computer programming at technical college, and then that's how she got into the force on the
And then she
high
basically
tech crime unit.
She was cracking down on cyberbullying and piracy.
Yep.
And then they basically just fast tracked her to organized crime because that's where she wanted to go.
Yeah, she as soon as she got the job in the high tech unit, she tested to go in a Division 4 as a detective.
Further evidence that that Sayama has some kind of ulterior motive.
Ooh, yeah, and then after 4 years, she made assistant detective, and then like in another year, she was lead detective in Division 4.
Yeah. Then she,
Record
at that point, Kiryu says, like, why did she do that? And then Florist says, my cameras can't see inside her head. And then Sayama presses the glowing button, the glowing big
the
button
enter
that
button.
says,
She's epically
the button that
and
says stop
all
the
cameras
hack.
come back on.
And then Kiryu goes, damn, epic. She can type really fast. Wow.
Impressive.
What if he had a revelation there? Holy shit, or that's rad. And
yeah,
then
new
it's called
heat
like
action he can do.
Essence. It's called Essence of Home Row Keys.
He finally learns how to type correctly.
He
from
did
watching her
it.
do it.
Thank God. Whenever he wants to email Haruka, it takes him like 30 minutes just to write like, I hope you are doing okay. Please
So
take
he doesn't
this
know how
money
to type
for food.
very well on like a normal computer keyboard, but we see him in the next couple games. He can do it really fast on his phone.
He can do really.
He's very
I
good
know
at
it's
it.
kind of insane how fast Kiryu can type on his phone, but he cannot fucking type on a keyboard. It's kind of amazing. So Kiryu has just mastered the home row keys, and then to celebrate, the florist finds Daigo, and they're all gonna have a big
Mavis Beacon.
they're all gonna have a big party at Shangri-La because that's where Daigo is.
They're doing the Mavis Beacon game where you get to mix up the animals. He's making a fun hippopotamus giraffe cross, and everybody's clapping.
Oh yeah!
Wow, good job, Kiryu.
The florist is like, all right, Kiryu, now that you've mastered your typing, you're gonna master your mind. I'm gonna sit you down and you're gonna play Zumbinis, and you're gonna solve the maximum difficulty logic puzzles.
Whoa. Can you get past the one with the pizzas where you have to get the toppings correctly?
I could never. I was so fucking bad at Zumbinis. I could never even get past the pizza one.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I should download it one of these days. It's on Steam for like $1.
It is on Steam. I just don't trust I don't trust myself enough. I'm sure that I could probably get past the puzzles in Zumbini because I'm an adult now, but
it
also,
would take me an embarrassingly long time.
Exactly. Imagine how embarrassing it would be if you downloaded Zumbinis and you were like, I'm going to stream Zumbinis, and then you couldn't do it and you were too bad
you
at
get
the
through
game.
like 2 puzzles in like 2 hours, and it's just like, I need to stop.
Everyone gets to watch you fail at Zumbinis. So Daigo's at Shangri-La, which is very fun to me. And they all go over there together, Kiryu and Sayama. But Kiryu says, it's a long battle, Sayama, so I need you to wait, because they didn't really figure out how to have NPCs do pathing.
Yeah, that's a little much for this moment in time. So yeah, you just go through Shangri-La, you beat up a bunch of guys. There's a lot of guys. There's not really anything particularly spectacular.
No, there's those guys. There's knife guys behind barriers, so you have to throw bricks at them.
Yeah, that's.
There's also a lot of sword men.
Yeah, there's a lot of swords, so you can pick them up and use them.
It is fun because. Oh, also Kiryu mentions like when they go into Shangri-La and it's completely destroyed. Reminder to those of you who maybe don't remember, Shangri-La was the high-end soapland that
run by the
Majima rammed a truck into and destroyed. So
yeah,
one year later, Shangri-La has not only is in disrepair, but is also kind of being inhabited by all these goons, and it seems like it's kind of been used for other purposes, and it's all fucked up. All the floors are crumbling. It's kind of vacant,
and anybody can use it for whatever mischievous deeds they need to do.
Yeah.
So right now, the Goryu family is using it.
I think we come back here a couple more times in later games, just
Yeah, we do.
as a place for long battles to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Kiryu bursts through the door. There's some Goryu guys. One of them has a gun. None of them have names. I mean, they have names in the sense that they have their, health bar names.
They have the randomly generated names. Yeah.
Daigo is tied up, and also I think he's gagged. This is the thing I was gonna bring up. Is that it is Kamurocho? Kamurocho is a city of contrasts, and I think the game paints it often as a place that's very dangerous, but also it's a place where lots of people live, and it's just a place where a lot of people live their lives every day. Yeah. And if you keep, if you don't get involved in any business, then you're generally going to be fine in Kamurocho. But let me just say, it is the easiest city to kidnap people in, because people will pull children. Like they pulled Haruka off the street. Somebody shot Date right in the stomach in the street. People just walking around with Daigo tied up with a tape over his mouth, just walking around with the Kamurocho with him. Nobody cares.
His hands tied behind his back. It's just like, it happens to everyone at some point.
It's pretty normal.
It's a rite of passage in Kamurocho,
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't gotten kidnapped yet. I've been living here for 2 years. I wonder when it's going to happen.
Do you remember that horrible ad campaign for Call of Duty something? I want to say it was probably Call of Duty Black Ops, or maybe Call of Duty, I don't know. It was an ad campaign where the bit was that they would fake your own kidnapping. Like, it was a service that you'd give them money, so they would pretend to kidnap you.
What?
So that they could take you to a remote location where you could play Call of Duty unbothered.
No.
Do you remember this? Yes,
No,
this is a real ad campaign. I remember. I said, yeah, and it would be like, don't like your shitty girlfriend telling you to stop playing video games. Well, why don't you just get kidnapped and play all of the Call of Duty you please?
Call of Duty kidnaps or codnaps gamers in campaigns starring Boardwalk Empire's Stephen Graham. This is for Call of Duty Ghosts.
Ghosts. Codnapping. Yeah. What a fucked up... What the fuck? Anyways, Daigo Dojima got codnapped so he could play Call of Duty without Kiryu bothering him and telling him to... Without his mom, Yayoi, telling him to get a real job.
Yeah, codnapping will give you a guilt-free excuse to put all those life responsibilities on hold in favor of a comfy chair, some snacks, and the, quote, joy of shooting aliens in the fucking face, unquote.
There's no... What the fuck are you talking about? Aliens?
Yeah.
What?
So, like, how Black Ops has the zombies mode? Like,
did Ghosts have aliens mode?
Ghosts had, like, an aliens horde mode, yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty fun. I like
because
to play
when knowing the vaguely the plot of Call of Duty Ghosts, that sounded to me like it was just being extremely racist.
Yeah, not that kind of alien.
Okay, thank you. I genuinely thought that's what they meant.
Genuine, like, space aliens.
The fact
coming in from UFOs and shit.
The plot of Call of Duty Ghosts, the villain of Ghosts, is literally the entire continent of South America banding together to attack the freedoms, freedoms of our beautiful country. Okay, well that's a good. Sometimes it's nice to talk about mid 2010 nightmare ad campaigns, and Daigo has had his fill of the excellent
today.
The excellent video game Call of Duty Ghosts. Daigo has had enough. Kiryu unties him and he says thank you. I was starting to get a little bored. I had already hit 8th prestige. So
yeah,
I
got the pat. I had the Akimbo 44 Magnums with the scopes on. I got the special patch you get with them. So not much for me to do from here.
I knew exactly where to throw the axe at the beginning of the game to get a free kill on every map. So Kiryu, this is pretty funny. Daigo, Kiryu unties Daigo. He says, Daigo, first thing obviously he says is, kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting, huh?
But Kiryu says, oh my, are you okay? What did they break? And Daigo says, Nah, man. I'm just starving. Waka waka.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Wow.
That's literally the end of the
Daigo.
chapter.
He says, I could really kill for some delicious name brand canned coffee beverage. And Kiryu says, all right, let's go get you some.
Could I have maybe some aged whiskey from a particular brand owned by a larger family of products?
A large Japanese-owned beverage corporation. Thank you, Kiryu.
I would love that.
Kiryu then says, I think you're going to pull through, and that is the end of the chapter.
That is the end of the chapter.
It's funny. I think this chapter was like longer to play than last one, but because so much of it was combat, it ended up being much shorter to talk about.
Yeah, it's much shorter. I do have a sub-story I forgot to throw in,
go
in
ahead.
the middle.
Perfect.
If we want to talk about it.
Yeah, go for it.
This is sub-story number 18, Welcome to the Modern Age. Yeah, Kiryu, he's walking down Nakamichi Street next to the Smile Burger, and he finds Date. Date is talking to some sort of salesman.
He's out being arrested.
Yeah, he's not being arrested. He's talking to a salesman, and the salesman is like, "Yeah, you just plug your phone line into this little box here, and then you'll be on the World Wide Web." And Date's
no!
Okay, the internet, huh? I can get on the net.
Wait. Hold on.
What's up?
They're doing cable modems, right? That they're talking about plugging your phone in, right?
Yeah.
This is 2008? Did they not have?
2006.
They still using modems in 2006? Oh, right. The game came out. Okay. Still 2006 for internet? Oh, I don't know. I guess I was very young. I don't know. Maybe not in Japan. Who can say?
I think it's maybe supposed to be like a router or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just plug this little box in, and you can get internet. And Kiryu's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And Date says, "Oh, well, Saya's been getting on my back. She always wants the best new technology, so she really wants a better internet connection at the house. So I went out to the electronics store, but on the way I met this guy, and he's been trying to sell me a modem. I figured this would be the best. I don't even have to go to the store."
I think under every circumstance we need to do everything we can to keep Kiryu off the internet, but go off.
So Saya wants to be a Twitch streamer and needs better internet, and Date wants to buy it for her. But he's like,
she wants to stream on Justin.tv. I don't know what you're talking about. What is Twitch?
Justin.tv is what I meant. So he's like, "Oh, I don't know how this internet stuff works, Kiryu. Do you think you could help me out here?" And Kiryu's like, "Yeah, sure, I guess. Haruka could also use the internet, I guess."
We could go online.
So this company, HappyNet Online, is running a free modem promotion. You can get a free modem from them. And it has a blazing speed of 33.6 kilobytes per second.
Let's go.
Yeah, and as the salesman explains, that's 33,600 bits. That's a whole lot of bits.
That's over 300 file cabinets just for starters on that disc.
On the little CD disc.
That's one encyclopedia. 300 megabytes.
Holy smokes. Yeah, so it's a whole lot of bits per second. You can't get more bits anywhere, folks.
No, that's a lot of bits.
But Date's apprehensive, so he gets Kiryu to sign up for the contract first to do it. And Kiryu's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll sign it." And then they'll call him about setting him up with the modem.
Cool. I don't even think Kiryu has an address right now, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know where he plans to do this, but
he's just gonna stick it in Serena.
Yeah, you walk around a little bit and you get a call from HappyNet Online, a guy named Tanabe, I believe, and he says, "Yeah, okay, we're gonna set your modem up. I need your credit card information because it's gonna cost 50,000 yen.
Seems expensive.
Yeah, like 50,000 yen a month.
Oh God!
Kiryu's like, whoa, hold on. I thought this was free. Tanabe says, well, nothing in life is free, sir. It's just the modem was free, but the contract, the internet.
Oh, that's how they get you.
That's 50,000 yen a month. And, this is a steal, really, because it usually costs 200,000 yen a month. So, like, you're really getting in, you're getting a better deal than anybody else can get right now.
Does Tanabe work
also,
for Cox?
there's going to be a 15,000 yen equipment fee. And also, if you want to cancel the contract, that'll be 500,000 yen.
Oh, boy. Kiryu got scammed again.
And Kiryu's like, whoa, when did I ever agree to this? And Tanabe says, well, it was in the contract. You should have read it. Even if it's very small print, it was all in there. And Kiryu's like, no, hold on. This is a scam. I don't want to do this. And he says, well, I'm just going to hang up now. I don't want to do this. So yeah, Kiryu hangs up, and at this point you start to get harassed through your emails by Tanabe. He's just like, hey, have you rethought like that modem contract? It's going to be a lot of money if you cancel. You get like 3 emails from him, and then he's finally like, hey, I'm going to get back in touch with you.
Leave him alone.
He gets back in touch with you. He calls you again, and he's like, hey, if you're apprehensive about the contract, we understand. But we'd like to invite you to our office to meet in person to answer any questions you might have. We are on the 3rd floor of the Lullaby Mahjong building. Just come on by whenever you get the chance. Kiryu agrees. You go there and you're like, okay, yes, I would like to cancel this contract. I don't want anything to do with this. This is a scam, obviously. And while they're in this meeting, there's like 3 modems just like sitting on the table in between them. Just so you know it's a computer company.
Just so you know it's because they have to put something down to make the generic uninteresting office be anything besides.
Yeah, it is otherwise generic uninteresting office, but there's a couple modems.
You put
here,
some
so
modems down,
ISP.
Or you put if you put a magic ribbon and a magic like tree down, it becomes the fucking Munan Hotep Order office.
Yeah.
If you put some movie posters down, it becomes a movie studio.
Put some cans of water down. This is the Aha Water Company and Distillery. This is the bottling plant where I
like it's distilled. It's distilled Aha water.
Yes,
there's nothing in here.
This is all the stronger stuff. You can't get this out on the street.
This will fuck you up. This will make you go blind.
Yeah, we've boiled and purified this Aha water down into its constituent parts. It's like when you boiled Gatorade down into just the syrup.
Oh yeah, I keep meaning to do that with something else because it was very funny. But fun fact: if you boil Gatorade down into a tablespoon of syrup, it is very salty because of all the electrolytes.
Yeah, wow, good guess.
But yeah, I like the idea that if you boil water long enough, it just turns into liquor.
Yeah. I mean, you can distill water.
Distilled water is non-alcoholic. Yeah, I know. It's just boiled water.
Anyways, so yeah, Kiryu doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to pay the cancellation fee. Like it's all a scam. And Tanabe's like, well, okay, I see how it is. And the other 3 guys that work in this plain looking office building walk up, and they're like, okay, well, we're just gonna beat the shit out of you then.
Not good for them. And then they instantly die.
Yeah, Kiryu looks at them the wrong way, and they all fall backwards on their asses, and they're like, no, please, sir, well, stop, okay, we'll let you cancel the contract, and we'll never scam anyone again, we promise. And Kiryu's like, okay, great. And you get, at this point, you get a phone call from Date, and he's like, Kiryu, Saya was so insistent about getting the new internet that I just took her down to the Radio Shack, and she picked out a new modem herself. And we signed the contract, and it's got 3.1 mega somethings a second, and it's only gonna cost 5,000 yen a month. This is great, Kiryu. It's such a good thing we didn't buy into that modem scam that we saw. The clerk at the store told me it was probably all a trick to make you pay onerous cancellation fees. So, good thing we didn't get hooked in by that, huh, Kiryu? And Kiryu just hangs up and is like, okay.
It seems like Saya lives with her dad now. That's not good for her. I feel bad.
Yeah. And Kiryu just hangs up and he's like, well, I'm done doing favors for Date for a while.
I'm not. That's why if you play that one at the beginning of chapter 8, the game just ends because Kiryu refuses to go to the Millennium Tower to go help Date out.
Yeah,
that's how you get the
going
secret
to the
ending.
For you.
I'm done helping you, Date. Fuck you. I'm going back to Haruka. I'm leaving. All right, that's a good one. I like Kiryu. I do appreciate that Kiryu doesn't ever actually connect to the online. That would be
not yet. That'll be
horrific.
Years in the future.
Yeah, years from now he'll connect. He'll log on. But
he's got like another decade of
we
life before he gets to that point.
He needs a lot more Kamaki training before he'll ever be able to learn how to use a computer. So that's the end of our chapter discussion for this week.
Yeah. I don't think we have any segments. I don't
think so.
Come with any unless you have a sub story or something you want to talk about.
Let's see what chapter we're talking about next. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Next week we're talking about chapter 9, the Omi invasion.
Ooh.
That's an episode title, or that's a chapter title that promises some big things.
Yes. I do think we get some pretty good moments in that one too. So I believe Ryuji's in it. He's got some pretty good spots in it.
We're like getting up to, I think we're about
the plot's about to start popping off. Yeah,
it's about to start popping off. There are things that I remember happening in this game that you remember happening in this game that I have no idea when they happen. And it's causing me significant botherations.
This game has a lot of smaller chapters. It seems to break the game up into just a lot of smaller chunks. Whereas, like in say 0 or even 1, the chapters could be pretty long.
What I will say about this
the third one in a row that like is fairly short, all things considered.
What I'll say that I do appreciate about 2 over 1 is that we have yet to really reach a chapter where it felt like time was just being wasted.
We haven't had the fatherhood chapter.
Yeah, the fatherhood chapter, or like go buy a ring for Yumi or whatever, or like go to the tattoo, whatever. It just feels like it's a lot more focused, this game, which is very good.
Yeah.
It's just an across the board improvement over at least pacing.
Yeah, and it's not like there is like inherently anything wrong with like diversions, but it's just that these diversions didn't really have any.
The diversions didn't really add anything,
or like they didn't add anything to the characters that were there. It
just felt like the game was stopping dead in its tracks to tell a short story about 2 different characters that we had just met and also didn't particularly like, and they kind of ended up making them look.
It was
worse.
Content that easily could have been a sub story.
Exactly. There was no reason for it. So next chapter is going to be the Omi invasion. So I'm sure that nothing is going to happen to Kamurocho next week. Let's tackle our question for the week. We have our Twitter, though I've been really mainly posting the questions in the Discord server.
Yeah.
So get in there and leave us a question.
Did we even make a Twitter post this time?
I didn't, because it was very last minute and I forgot to do it.
Yeah.
But here is our 2 questions for this week. One is from friend of the show, Dan, who is at Bigger Challenge on Twitter, who says, are the Florist's crew now cops? Are they still homeless? Are they cops and homeless? What do you think they're generally up to? Well, we did talk a lot about what they're generally up to, which is getting taped to the ceiling so they can watch the monitors.
Yeah, so they can play Melty Blood.
And playing and downloading the Florist's leftover Steam games.
Yeah.
Are they cops? This is a very good question.
I mean, I don't think even technically the Florist is a cop. He just got the uniform. Like, they're all contractors.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, why did they give him? They can't give him a uniform if he's not a cop, right?
I mean,
Did he ask for one just for funsies? Like,
I
just so
have
he
no
could feel
clue.
cool? Like, he's like, I want to be a cool cop.
I dug out the old uniform from when I used to be a cop. Hey, it still fits. Would you look at that? I guess they're I guess they probably get paid well. I mean, I
They
would like
must
to
get
think
paid.
that they
I mean,
do,
they must get
but,
paid
like,
well. Like, surely the florist has deep pockets, seeing as how he's the.
He had deep pockets before, though, and he still just had a bunch of homeless people working for him. But it's like, were they homeless
But
out of choice
the thing
at
about
that point?
Yakuza homeless people is that a lot of it's just the general vibe that you get from this, and I'm not. This is just in the game, of just like most of the homeless people in Yakuza seem to just kind of like being homeless. I guess, like they just kind of like living in the sewer.
I think yeah. I mean, I think it's also just like they're kind of resigned to their fate. Obviously,
Like the florist employs these people because no one else will employ them, and they just kind of have their own. They have their own society.
It's like they've
live,
like
yeah.
the feeling I get is that they have tried every other avenue in life, and it's just like it didn't work. So
Yeah.
this is what they're doing.
So then you need to get duct taped to the ceiling by a cop.
yeah. But are the
um,
guys who work in the Florist new gamer cave? Well, what is their deal?
Yeah, it is interesting though. I mean, they are his old crew. So his crew was all homeless people in the last game.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, is when they said that his crew was homeless people, what I assumed he meant by that was the people
They were
who
out on the streets doing surveillance, but now
they
they're
were
manning the
surveillancing, and then they were the
computers
ones who
and
delivered the messages with the bouquets, right? I did not know that the guys in the chair who seemingly have like technical training and hacking skills are also living in the park, which by the way, once again, Majima has displaced every single one of those homeless people, and I believe basically sent them packing to the sewers for the rest of the series, which is not great. But I don't know. Do they go live in the sewers at night? Is that where they go?
What do they do at the end of the day?
Do they live in the? Does he have like beds set up for them?
We see camo jacket guy in the gamer cave on his own, so like the other ones had to have gone somewhere. So what are they doing?
And camo jacket guy, you know, he's friends with Ryuji Goda. Is Ryuji like surely these people have income, because otherwise they'd have no reason to do this except I guess for fun. This is really bothering me. I don't know. Maybe that's just the florist's enforced dress code. Like they aren't homeless anymore. They have places to live. They have, you know, a roof over their head, whatever. But the florist just likes the vibe of them just dressing, you know, that way. So he just pays them and says, "Don't come in here if you're gonna, you know, wear anything other than what you have been wearing for the past all these years that I've known you."
Yeah, just still wear the same old shitty clothes. Don't wash them. Don't do anything. Don't get new ones. I mean, you can get new ones. You can just wear them somewhere else.
Yeah.
But while you're here, you look like you did back in Purgatory.
Exactly. He likes to keep things the same. One from friend of the show, Marshmallow, who said, "You think the Millennium Tower ever just has a regular day without any shenanigans?" No.
Obviously not.
And we know that even when it's not like exploding on purpose, it's exploding on accident. So it's just I mean, this was a tower built seemingly by the Yakuza as part of a consolidated land deal. I do not think it is a very up to code building. And I think it's probably a nightmare to work in. And then Morg
probably a lot of people died building the Millennium Tower.
I'm sure there were some workplace accidents. I don't know. I don't think that the workers were the ones at risk. I think it's the people inhabiting the building who are at risk, because I think that
why not both is what I'm saying. Like,
oh, I see. And then Morg wants us to make some Millennium item jokes because of the Millennium Tower.
No.
I
refuse.
I don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh to do this, so unfortunately I'm out of luck, or you're out of luck, Morg. I'm sorry. But those are all of our questions for this week, so thank you very much. You can ask us questions on Twitter or check out our server at the Discord, which is located. You can get a link to it at the bottom of every episode. Come in, talk about Yakuza. Got a nice little Discord server going on here now. Got a lot of people joining. It's good. We are gonna wrap it up for this week. Next week, the Omi will invade, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Thank you all very much for listening to Kamurocho Radio. You can find all of our episodes at yakuzapod.com, which is incidentally also, you can find us on Twitter at Kamurocho Radio. So all the avenues to find us, you can find me on Twitter at BradipusRex, and I have 2 other podcasts that I do. I do one called Slappers Only, which is a video game music showdown podcast where we pick the best song on a soundtrack. Our last episode was Kingdom Hearts. And
the next one is Donkey Kong Country.
But not
I hear
not
you've
a
been
joke
having
this time.
a lot of fun playing a good game of Donkey Kong Country.
Played a beloved classic that I will say nothing but nice things about, I'm sure. You can also listen to Kyle XY, which is a great podcast about Kyle XY, the TV show from ABC Family that nobody remembers, but actually it's very good. Argyle, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Argyle_Funk. You can also listen to A Pot of Greed. It's about Yu-Gi-Oh! That is POD of Greed. Talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and we're kind of nearing the end of Season 1. It's a lot of fun, and also we just killed the Catboy teacher.
Yay!
Uh-oh. He's dead! He turned to dust before our very eyes. And starting tomorrow, I'm going to be on Wow Cool Robot. A friend of the show, Max, is and co-host of Slappers Only and Pot of Greed Gundam podcast. Along with Audrey, we are going to be talking about G Gundam. Which is not at all like any other Gundam series, because it's about big robots doing martial arts and shit instead of like how war is bad. It's also kind of about how war is bad, but in a more oblique way.
I see.
So listen to that.
We're hosted by the Noisepace Podcast Network, noisepace.xyz. You can find all of our episodes there, as well as lots of other great shows, such as, hey, here's a shout out. This one doesn't exist yet, but I saw a friend of the show, Dan, starting a new Noisepace podcast called Video Games the Movie the Podcast, which is about video game movies, and I kind of love that premise.
Yeah.
So look out for that one.
With Maxie Satan or Maxie Knightley. It's about video game adaptation movies.
That'll be coming in May.
A ton of fun.
You can also check out, I recommend 0 to 0. My brother does that one. It's about
they are still talking about the Snyder Cut. I think their last episode on that should be coming out soon.
They're almost done with the Snyder Cut, and then they also talked about a very bad reality show about being a superhero that was very funny.
Yeah.
Lots of great shows to listen to.
I think that is podcast for us.
I think that's podcast. We'll be back next week talking about the Omi invasion, which should be pretty fun. Maybe Hayashi will be there with his 9 health bars. There.
I can't wait for Hayashi to show up in every game. My favorite character.
Hayashi is a beloved series character. We always joke about how characters who are in Yakuza 1 get to be in every game. And I guess Hayashi, so far, is no exception.
Yeah, that one at least kind of makes sense, though.
I guess so. That's it for this week, so thank you all very much for listening. We'll see you next week with Chapter 9. And as always, Kiwami means extreme. 2!
けろ絶望チョプラ